Hello there, YouTube. This is Sir Awesome bringing you my first ever Rome 2 Total War commentary. This is a multiplayer battle, the Battle of Camalodunum or something. As you probably know if you've played this game yet, you get to choose in multiplayer on the custom or multiplayer hosting a battle. You get to actually choose a part on the campaign map that you want to fight on, and so it generates like a thousands of different maps that you can play on, which is pretty cool. So I chose this one. I believe it's on the coast of France or the coast of Britain. I'm not entirely sure. Uh, but here I am. This is my army. I am playing as the Iceni, fit for the setting of the place it was, Britain, I believe. And my opponent is Pontus. And there you go. And why is it not, it's not showing his, is there a way I can show you his, who I'm playing against? Because this is a real person, believe it or not. Nope, it's not going to let me show you. But, we have an army of Iceni and an army of Pontus. And for any of y'all, I'm just going to let y'all in on the workings of this game real quick. So you have this new line of sight system. You see these eyes above our units. That means that because they're behind this hill, the enemy cannot see them from where they are. So these units are hidden to my opponent. So we're gonna go over the armies real quick because this battle kind of gets speeds up fast, but we'll put it in slow motion. Let's see. Everything's going normally. We'll put it in slow motion, and we'll go over my army first. So basically, I went a lot of mounted infantry. I just felt like it was right. Just felt right. And so here's the three chariots I brung. Three very heavy chariots is what they're called. Very heavy chariots, called chariots, whatever. And I brung 3, 4, 5 units. Let's see, veteran riders, heroic riders. And for this game, since it is my first battle, I'm gonna just go over it, and it's gonna be a little bit longer than my other videos. So don't worry, not all of them are gonna be this long and detailed. But just figured I'd get y'all used to the game. And so I have some the painted ones. I bring 4 of the painted ones as my sword infantry. And then I brung 3 heroic nobles as my very heavy sword infantry force, supporting my left flank. And then I brung 4 units of chosen spear warband, and they're backed up by heroic riders, which is my general. So my opponent's army, consisting of very cavalry heavy too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of, I believe, noble blood cavalry, Pontic royal cavalry, and he has 2 units of chariots. I believe they're just chariots, skeethed chariots. So there you go. Those deadly things have those things designed to bust through your shins. And so here you go. See, he brung his entire infantry line was pikemen. So you got bronze shield pikemen. Yeah, bronze shield pikemen, I believe, was his entire infantry force. And then he has like 3 or 4 units of eastern slingers. No. Eastern slingers. Okay, yeah. For some reason I thought those were archers, regular archers. But oh well, here we go. We're gonna go to normal speed. And so in this match, you can see I brung my cavalry all the way over to my left real quick to draw out his cavalry force. And my plan was to get him caught up with my spears here that I was a little late bringing out. And I got this unit caught off guard, and seeing that, I turned them to face him. And seeing my spears are getting over there in time, or gonna be over here in time, I decided to face his cavalry head on and give them their charge bonus. And yeah, and they're gonna smash into each other. And my spears are gonna come up behind with their frenzy, and they're just gonna charge in and destroy them. my cavalry was upgraded with 2 chevrons on every one of my cavalry units, even my chariots. So yeah, that's gonna be useful. So pretty much what I was planning to do was defeat his cavalry on my left flank, which turned out to be more of a hassle than I thought it would be. And I wanted to move my cavalry on my right flank and my chariots up to do a kind of encirclement deal, as you can see on the map, because pikes tend to be very immobile, and it kind of just stand there waiting. At least that's what he was doing for this match. So the only fighting that's going to be done for a little while is the fighting right here with the cavalry. And pretty much it's me just sending cavalry unit and spear unit place to place to reinforce areas that were running low on troops or the like. So I moved my chariots up really close to start peppering his pikemen, but it's very ineffective. Pretty cool feature. You can see all my spears that are sticking in their shields, which is a pretty neat feature. So these chariots, these are my very heavy chariots, and these are his very light chariots. So my chariots are going to completely roll over these guys. So I kind of felt bad for that. Seeing that he was moving his archers so far out in front unsupported by any infantry or cavalry force, I decided to rush in my cavalry to try and deal as much damage as possible. And I'm chasing down these chariots, not allowing them to run in and support his archers. I'm moving up my swords in an attempt to attack these 2 archer units. And yeah, we won the cavalry fight on the left side, as you can see, which is great. And so the fighting over the center has kind of been initiated. It's what drew my entire army in. And I won the fight against the archers for the most part, completely wiped them out, except for this one unit right here. And I'm moving in my elite swords to these pikes. And see, in the beginning, I forgot that Pontus actually had pikes, and I thought they were just like hoplites, and so I didn't know they had these bigger spears. So I'm trying to withdraw my chariots and my cavalry to save them and get my main line in combat, and I'm trying to move in all my forces that won the cavalry fight over here up. So my spears, half of my spears didn't get put into combat against cavalry, but that's completely fine. But my swords are going to run in here and cause a very, very big mess, and it's just going to be beautiful. It's a lot of outflanking and maneuvering and using of the special abilities for your units. Being the barbarians, you have a lot of like frenzies, headhunts, and stuff like that gives you bonuses and like a rapid advance, I believe. And it's pretty neat. Allows you to kind of deal with phalanxes a little bit easier, just so it's not over. You can't just make a box and win, whatever it is. But as you can see, I caught my opponent's line very disorganized, and I pretty much defeated him completely on his right flank, and his left flank is beginning to crumble, and his center is just barely holding. This, so, yeah, I'm gonna completely surround his pikes after I deal with this shock cavalry, this Pontic Royal cavalry. After I deal with them with my spearmen that I have coming in, I completely surround all the units that he has left, which is not very many. And at this point, I believe he decides to admit defeat. I'm not quite sure. Somewhere around here, he's going to admit defeat, and so we're going to stop and take a look right here. If the game would pause. Yeah. So there we go. Frame rate drops for the win. So basically what happened in this battle was my opponent sent in his cavalry charge, I'm guessing kind of thinking he was going to have the overwhelming advantage in numbers, and I ended up winning. And so what that caused to happen was it caused for his entire right flank to be completely unsupported, and with his chariots defeated on his left flank easily by my heavy chariots, his light chariots with my heavy chariots, it caused his left flank to be completely unsupported. And he also made the mistake of sending his archers too far out in front of his army to be caught by my swords and my cavalry, and basically allowed himself to be enveloped. Sorry about the frame rate drops, guys. Completely enveloped, and as you can see on the map, if you can, here we go, the bird's eye view. As you can see, his line would have been somewhere across here on this ridge, and basically what happened was I came up and pushed him off of the ridge completely, and came up right here, pushed him off the ridge. This is his routing units, by the way, right here. And I pushed him off the ridge on his left and his right, and then basically caused him to fold and pushed in through his center. So, no, that's such a cool feature, guys. So here we go, we're going to finish out the battle. And we have a few units left that are just going to route on contact, and so there you go. That is my first Rome Total War battle.